Hello guys, this is Brian here with the update video. Today is March the 24th, 2016, and this is the update video about my thigh lift. It has been approximately 3 months, 90 days to the T. I went to the plastic surgeon today. I had my I had my thigh lift done back on December the 24th, 2015 at Forest Park Medical Center out in Frisco. I really did like that hospital. It was very, very nice. I think it's only a couple years old, actually. I think it's less than 4 to 5. But sadly, the place I had my gastric bypass, which is Forest Park Medical Center of Dallas, went out of business. They got foreclosed on, the doctor told me, because I was telling him, we drove by going to his office. The place was empty. The parking lot was completely empty in the middle of the day, And he said they went out of business. The landlord foreclosed on them, or the mortgage company foreclosed on them. Because he was explaining that because he apparently they operate separate hospitals, even though they're kind of convoluted, connected, but he never did the one in Dallas. He always worked at the one at Frisco. But when I had my appendectomy, the Frisco one did not take Blue Cross Blue Shield. They never did until this year. I mean, back in 2015 they took it, but now they don't take it again, which they're going to be losing money. And I think that's what went wrong with them too. Is off and on they would take the insurance company, then they dropped it. He said they did that with Aetna and United a lot. That hospital is only 76 years old, and it's now closed a state-of-the-art hospital, and it's a shame that they went like that. You have to, and that type of hospital is a surgical hospital. It's not acute it's not an ambulatory hospital like a regular hospital is with sick patients. They just had people who were there for surgeries. By doing that, they probably, I'm no expert in that, but most likely they just could not make good enough profit by doing that because, for outpatient, you gotta make lots of money. You got payroll, medical equipment, all this, and mortgage and all that. If you only diverse in surgical only, most of the time is outpatient surgery because that's how the insurance company dictates it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't. I could be also they were too fancy. They had to have a certain large profit line to make money, and they couldn't meet that. So who knows why things has happened. But in a regular hospital setting, when you use a regular general hospital, they have to make enough money because they're banking on a number of people coming through that door that would never pay them ever, uninsured people, versus that particular place. This is more surgical versus, of course, you can go to the emergency room there, but I mean, if you're sick like that, they probably would transport you to a general hospital. I think that's what I read online somewhere. So it's mostly surgical, and that's probably why they lost all money. I'm going to do a video about Obamacare and all that. Someone has asked me to do that. I'm going to do about that. Anyways, getting back to my thigh lift. Everything looks good. It's healing up to the T. I'm going to include some pictures. I'm going to include the picture that y'all saw already with the blue lines they drew on my thighs the day before surgery. I'm going to include the picture that y'all have not seen where they removed the bandages. The very first time they removed the medical tape and bandages. Now, on that picture, it's going to look nasty. I'm going to warn you about that. It's a lot of tape residue. The incision looks scary. Bruised up. And I probably was in bandages and medical tape for 2 to 3 weeks, so it's going to look gnarly, okay? It's going to look nasty. Then I'm going to include the picture from today. Now, I didn't take it at the doctor's office because a lot of things were going on, so I took it here. It's a huge difference between those two pictures. Huge, huge difference. The incision's starting to smooth out well nicely. And of course, also on the second picture, when they move the bandages, there's some places with the jaw, the blood, dried up and all that. Because you got to remember, with all that medical tape and bandages, you can't take a shower. You can't wash that area off because it's all covered up, obviously. Um, so it looks very, very nice. I'm very happy with the results. Very, very happy. Really, really, very happy. He said I might be swollen for next uh, 6 months to a year, but I'm still swollen. So then the pictures, the thigh looks like it's still swollen. Okay. um, he said around the 9 month mark to a year, I will notice a humongous difference, like I did with my appendectomy. I mean, I'm just really, really happy with the results. I'm very thankful I had this done. It was covered by insurance. Very, very lucky to have that. A lot of people can't get the thigh lift covered. Some insurance companies just flat out won't pay for it. So I'm very lucky to have that. We also discussed another procedure I do want to have done if it's covered. Obviously, I'm not going to pay cash for it. Don't have that kind of money laying around. But we just discussed the third procedure I want to have done. He has all my medical records from the spine doctor and all that, and the neck doctor, which is the same doctor actually. He has the neurologist, the pain management, and the neurosurgeon's medical records and the MRI reports. And you can try to. I don't want to mention that type of procedure yet because I don't know how this is going to play out. He did say one good thing on my particular case, I do have lots of medical documentation, so that could help my case. However, he said they're going to deny it right off the bat, so we're going to have to 100% most likely going to have to appeal it. But it just depends on what my medical policy says, which I did read it, and it does not exclude reconstructive surgery, which that's a good thing. So, because there is some out there that does exclude it, especially group plans that will exclude it of any kind of reconstructive surgery. Like I said, I don't want to mention the type of procedure yet because I don't know how this is going to play out. I am going into this knowing that I would say 98% that it could be a chance that they're not going to be covering this, regardless of how many appeals I'll file. So we should, but he says some insurance companies will approve it right off the bat, some don't. It just depends on the particular medical criteria that you have to meet, which he thinks I do meet Blue Cross's medical criteria for this. He said sometimes the insurance companies don't pay for this at all. Sometimes they do. It just depends on the particular policy and also the medical criteria that has to be met. On this one, he says a majority of the insurance companies would not pay for the type of procedure I want done, regardless of what the underlying medical condition is or what regardless. So we shall see. It's not. I'm not banking on it to be covered. So I'm not going to get my hopes high about this. If it's not covered, no big deal. Life will go on. I mean, it's not like it was. It's not like a appendectomy that had to be done. It's not a rush job like the thigh lift. Like it had to be done back in December because the Blue Cross chaos that was created from switching from PPO to HMO. So I'll probably have an answer within the next 2 to 3 months if the insurance company will cover it. So also, if I had this procedure done, I can't go back to Forest Park Medical Center in Frisco. They don't take Blue Cross anymore. I would have to have it done where I had my appendectomy, which is Presbyterian Hospital of Dallas, which is a depressing hospital where the Ebola guy was. he made the nurse sick. No, he didn't make. They didn't make the nurse sick there, or did she get sick from another patient who had Ebola? Or all the Ebola stuff breaked out at the hospital? Where I think what they did is, in all honestly, when that guy showed up there, I think they didn't know what he had, and they try to brush it underneath the rug and act like there was no big deal and send him home. And then he came back again because he had no insurance. I think that's exactly what happened. I think they did not want to treat him because he had no insurance to begin with, even though by law they have to treat anybody who comes to the emergency room. And plus, it was a not-for-profit hospital, so they couldn't give him financial assistance anyway. So yeah, the Ebola hospital. That's why I call it. The Presbyterian here in Rockwell is a very nice hospital. It's only a couple years old, but this one's been around since the '60s, so it's kind of depressing inside. Um, but I did have good care when I had my appendectomy there. I really did have good care. Um, what else? Like I said, we discussed the procedure. We did. He did take some pictures to send off to the insurance company. There is some risks involved with this surgery, like any other surgery. Um, um, but like I said, it's not like the thing has to be done by tomorrow. Like the thigh lift, it had to be done. That thigh lift had to be done by the end of December because of the Blue Cross switching from PPO to HMO. That was a big chaos, disaster. And luckily, I got it done. Um, if not, we'd probably still sitting here waiting on the approval from the insurance company. uh, so we shall see how this turns out. Like I said, I'm not going to get my hopes high because there is a humongous chance that they won't cover this. But every once in a while that they might. It just depends. But I do have medical documentation on my side, so that kind of will help the case a little bit. But I know they're going to deny it right off the bat. So I'm kind of typing up a approval letter. I mean, an appeal letter. Um, I'm just including all my medications I take because of my back and neck problem. The epidural injection I have done in all the diagnosis codes so far. So we shall see. We really shall see. Um, and if it's not covered, this probably my thigh will probably be the last reconstructive surgery I will have, unless I fall in a whole bunch of buckets of unless I have huge buckets of money falling in my lap, then I can get all kinds of stuff done. um, but then now I'm doing okay. It's healing up very, very good. I'm really, really, very happy about that. Really, really am. I'm going to include some pictures. Now, I'm going to include the pictures that you have already seen before. I'm going to include the pictures where they drew the lines on the thigh, obviously the day before surgery. Now, I'm going to include a second picture of where they removed the bandages and medical tape. Now, on that picture, it's going to look nasty. I'm going to warn you about that. The incision looks very scary. It's going to be bruised up pretty badly. It's going to have tape residue over the place because it's been bandaged up for 2 to 3 weeks after that point. It just looks nasty. Okay, I'm just gonna warn you. It just looks scary and nasty and real swollen too. But I'm gonna include a picture of that I had took today. Now, I didn't take it to the doctor's office because a lot of things were going on. But we were discussing about the third procedure I want to have done. So I took it here. You can notice a huge difference between those two pictures. The other one also has like dried up blood around, because your incision kind of leaks sometimes. It just looks gnarly. Okay, just gonna give you a warning about that. But the third picture is the incision. It's starting to smooth out really nice. Um, very very nicely. Now you can tell where the bottom skin and the top skin meet. The bottom skin's a little bit a different color, a little bit. He said that is normal. It's going to be like that for a couple more minutes. He said I'm still swollen. That be like that for good. Some people still swollen for 9 months to a year afterwards. So around the 9-month mark to a year, the swelling will be completely gone. So I'm still swollen, and that is bad. I'm still swollen. Um, I don't have any pain no more. Um, I think around the 6 week mark, 6 week to maybe 10 week. I don't know how many weeks has it been. What's it? 4, 12. I've been completely pain free, nearly almost a month, 3 weeks to a month pain free for my thighs. The pain did go away. It did go away. The majority of the pain came from because it was taped up real tight, because it has to be taped up pretty tight, and then it's that tightness getting in and out of the shower, getting from the commode and in the car, and that tightness has gone away, or at least it seems to me the tightness has gone away. Now, there's certain, if I try and get off the floor, if I sit Indian style on the floor, I can notice the pressure there, but, because I don't do that every single day. But trust me, the pain does go away. The tightness will go away. Trust me. It, it, it will go away. I mean, I personally don't handle pain very well. I really don't. When I have a lot of pain, I get real frustrated. I get real cranky. I tell people off. My face turns red. Um, and I just don't do pain well. And luckily, I had good good pain medicine that controlled the pain, and the muscle relaxed to get me in and out of the shower afterwards. I am one of those people that pain, and I don't know how to explain this. Psychologically, I don't do good with pain. I really don't. I get to the point almost not kind of like depressed almost. Kind of get real cranky and emotional, and I do mean I tell people off in a hurry. Almost knock out, drag out fights. Get out of my way. Type of pain. I want like that. But a huge difference in 3 months. Like I said, I don't feel the tightness anymore. That went away. Like I have certain positions, like sitting on the ground. Of course, you can feel it that way. But like everyday routines, no, I don't have no more tightness feeling doing everyday routine, everyday activities anymore. Like I said, I'm very happy. I'm going to show you all the pictures. So if y'all do have any questions or comments, please post them below. Now I will keep you updated on that and let you know if that particular procedure is going to be covered or not, and let you know. But because I won't say the name of it yet until I get this process all finished and all that. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below and stay tuned for the video. I'm going to warn you again. The second picture is kind of nasty looking, okay? Talk to y'all.